good day, whatever time it is for you. Welcome. Welcome to our Love Ambassador meetup. Welcome to Love Morning. I am John Halcyon. This is our daily practice of connection and kindness and gratitude. Right, gratitude. Taking the opportunity to just recalibrate our baseline so that we are not losing sight of all of our riches. The fastest way to become wealthy, appreciate what you've got. Quickest way to stay impoverished is to be dissatisfied with where you're at. If you are complaining all day that your bathroom remodel on your second home is taking forever, well then you're a lot more poor than someone who is thrilled that their car was able to start so they could drive themselves to the beach. Woohoo! My car worked today! Yes! So, this is a daily practice to recalibrate, to remember what we're grateful for, to share with one another, and to remember that we are surrounded by like-minded, open-hearted people, and that knowing that we are surrounded by permissionaries, by fellow love ambassadors, it just eases us as we have to face a world that does not give us tons of reminders that it is welcoming to positivity, optimism, to flowing gratitude expressions, but we can be that person and hopefully elevate through our ripples. Good morning, Gerbot. Good morning, Sarah. Good morning, Razorblade. I like to start singing in the morning because it makes me feel great. And if you've got 2 legs on you, let's get some friends until we've got 8. That would be 4 of us, and we could run through the woods. We could share our gratitude. And if we got on each other's shoulders, we'd be tall and have a big attitude. Well, it's love morning, yeah, love morning. It's love morning, sharing with you. It's love morning, it's our love morning. Come on, baby, let's share, even if it's just us 2. Hey, it's not just us 2, we've got a crew. Good morning. What are you feeling grateful for? I am using my laptop camera right now because as I was playing with things, I'm like, I kind of like the way this angle is working. So let me know if you go, it's all right. Good morning, Jason. Fair warning, I am doing coffee today. It would be interesting to chart my volume as correlated to caffeine intake. Sarah says, I am grateful to be here with you all while I'm pretending to be in a Zoom meeting full of technical difficulties. Yeah, ain't nobody got time for that. Well, I'm glad that you are here, and I'm glad that we can share this moment of connection. Where are you physically? I'd be curious. I'm in San Diego, California, or specifically in Solana Beach right now. It is overcast here in Solana Beach. I am grateful that I got a chance to jump in the ocean last night, right at sunset. I put on sweats and did a little jog and got my body heat up and then jumped in the ocean, and it was so nice, crisp, and it doesn't take me too long just going under a few waves and just having as I go under it, feeling the power of the wave go through my body. It's like, whoa. I feel like it charges my battery in the same way that I feel that if I go and sit underneath a waterfall and feel the water pounding on my back, it feels like, and being pounded by a wave feels that way too. Smaller waves, I like to stay where I can touch the ground. I don't like to swim past where I can't touch. Just there's a security to knowing that I might get batted around by a wave, but I'm not going to be flailing and unable to reach the surface. Sarah is in Eugene, Oregon. Lovely. This is kind of a lovely time of year for most places, isn't it? I guess it's been hot some places, and it's, of course, there's hurricanes and disasters and fires in other places, so I should not be generalizing. I'm just thinking in terms of early fall is a time, when you're not generally oppressed by the heat or the cold, and really enjoy this time of year in San Diego for sure, where I can wear a long sleeve shirt, maybe even a light jacket, and not sweat. Love it. Sarah says, it is cold this morning. I wore 2 pairs of pants for my ride to work. Yeah. That does sound cold. Of course, you ride your bike to work or a motorcycle. Either way, bravo. Gerbot says, I am grateful for cooler weather finally returning. Yes. I'm with you. I realized that when I was, 10 years ago, when I preferred to be shirtless at all times and wanted a chance to just let my little hip lines show off whenever I could, then I loved hot weather. Now I like the opportunity the opportunity of outfits when it's a little cooler. I love jackets. I love layers. I love being able to play a little bit with my fashion. Good morning, Painty. Welcome to this day. Welcome to a Friday. Oh my gosh, it's Friday. TGI Friday. Friday gratitude. I'm grateful for the conversation that we had yesterday about that Alan Watts AI recording. It really stewed around in my head. I wrote about it later in the day, and I just posted an essay about it on Facebook and kind of reposted the original video with a text intro. I had an AI voice generator, an Alan Watts voice, introduce the piece. I wrote the people who uploaded it originally, and I asked them for some comment and to give me some clarity, but they have not responded, nor have they responded in comments to the many people who have asked them about if it was AI generated. Really, really an interesting conversation, and it's helpful for me, as I think I said yesterday, as I am finding my way to the correct tone and intention of the book that I'm writing. I'm about 40 pages in a Google Doc that's about 40 pages right now, and feeling much better about it being a personalized, more of a memoir laced with lessons, or it's not a here is the wisdom. It is more, man, my life's been wild, and here are the things that have helped along the way. Razorblade is grateful to be here this morning. I'm grateful you're here too. You get bonus points because you're so far away physically and you feel so close to the heart. Good morning, Mingle! I love you too, Mingle. Yeah, totally, Gerbot. I really, really appreciated the input and the flow of it. Mingle says, I have gratitude to catch you live. I'm grateful to feel your love live. I always love the comments when they pop later in my day, but it is sure nice to know that there's a sing of present moment nowness that we get to share together. Hello, Altoho. Buenos dias. What was I just thinking? I'm grateful for a really wonderful conversation I had with my parents yesterday. I stopped by my folks' house and had a nice talk about some politics stuff with my parents. It's fun to talk politics with my dad. It can be, because he's super well read. He's super connected. He's, been an elected official as a judge. Actually, he was appointed, but technically he could have been, someone could have challenged him and it could have been an election. And is his eyes are wide open. Like he's not just like Democrats are the best. He's like, this is a good point. This is something that Trump is saying that actually would benefit me. Like, I'm not voting for him, but like he's really he's very critical, and it's fun to sometimes I'll like say something that I saw in a headline or I saw in a post, and and he'll be like, and he'll question on it, and I'm like, I don't know, I just am regurgitating headlines. Joyous is grateful for the way you say Mingle's name in the morning. Grateful for the ripples of love that woman emanates. Hear, hear. Joyce is also grateful for wishes coming true. Oh, hey. Hello, Alex. Al Tahoe. That makes more sense than Al Tahoe, although Al Tahoe is a great name. I got my alto ho, my tenor ho. I got my baritone ho. I like my orgasmic chorus to fill the room. Speaking of chorus, Lisa is performing next week in Carmel Valley. So if you're in Northern California, and not Northern, that's what, Middle California? Bay Area, I think is what they consider that. Next week, Tuesday and Wednesday, are two performances. I'm going to Tuesday night performance. It's an 80-person choir. They've been rehearsing for months and months this set of songs about joy and grief. It's really beautiful and powerful. I heard some of the early practices, and I was like, damn! It's really, a chorus of voices is something else. So if you are free or know somebody, let them know. I have the link on my Facebook, but you can always ask me and I will send you the link to the tickets. Mingle is grateful to be in San Francisco today to watch Fleet. I thought I read Fleek Wheat, like on Fleek Wheat. From a high-rise apartment at a friend's place to do laundry. Can't do anything better than that. That is an interesting thing for me to hear because I believe that is military boats. That does not get my juices excited, but that's probably my ignorance. It makes me happy to know that you are excited. Gerbot is also grateful for my dad and the opportunity to chat with him yesterday. Yeah, I also, as I was leaving, because my mom and dad were both there, and my dad and I kind of got into this thing, and my mom she had some great contributions, but my dad and I were kind of dominating it. Afterwards, I was like, Mom, I love you so much. Let's get together, just you and I soon. Because our interactions when it's just the two of us are different, and I really, really enjoy them. She also, get this. So it's voting time, right? So I have my absentee ballot, so I can vote now. And if you're like me, some of those things on the ballot, you're like, I don't know. And then you get so much stuff in the mail, you're like, this is clearly such bullshit. It's so biased. It's so manipulative. Like, I don't know. And then, so what my mom does is she tracks which organizations support different things. And so she's like, oh, if the two local papers both support it, and the League of Women Voters supports it, and the Sierra Club supports it, that's a pretty good chance that I'm going to want it too. So she gave me like a little, not a cheat sheet, but a kind of, here are the way different organizations are for or against these propositions. And I am more than willing to outsource my voting power or my decision making to people who have dedicated tons of time and education and learning to it, and then just kind of trusting that, okay, if you are aligned with this set of values and you are telling me these set of values says no, they go, okay, now I can, that's a lot easier for me than trying to go, wait, so they're going to suspend this payment structure for this many months and the interest will, I'm like, what? So grateful for my mom for helping me out with that. Oh, Fleet Week means Blue Angels. Thanks, Gerbot. I mean, I guess, like, I also don't know the joy of going to a shooting range. And there's certain things about powerful machines, guns, and planes, and that is, I probably should, eat a raw steak and bump up my testosterone and enjoy, maybe hit a truck rally or a NASCAR as well. I'm not judging. I'm just saying I don't have the sophistication in that realm to appreciate it. Gerbot says, I'm grateful I live in a state where I don't have to stand in line to vote. Right? I haven't voted in line, oh my gosh, since college, I don't think. Maybe never. No, since college. I've sometimes waited till the day of, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I never sent this in. So I go to a voting place and drop off my ballot there. But, it's so nice to vote by mail. Had that set up forever. Highly recommend doing that. Mark says, for Fleet Week, hello, sailor, new in town. Anybody else want to share any gratitude? Any more gratitudes? I am grateful that I was able to jump in the ocean yesterday, beautifully at sunset. I'm going to plan to jump in again today. I'm grateful that I've been making some progress on my writing project for a book. I'm grateful that this morning, part of my writing process is I will search for terms that I'm writing about and then see when I've written about it in the past. Because some of these ideas I've written and done, like written notes for a Hug Nation talk, and I'll go back and look at the notes. I'm like, oh, yes, that's a great example. Or, I love the phrase I said there. Like, I was talking about gifting at Burning Man. I said something like, having rose-colored glasses for a single week is not enough to tint your lenses for the rest of the year. Now, I haven't found a way to use that in the new thing I'm writing, but I liked that idea. And so I was searching for things, and I popped on something that should have belonged in the last book that I wrote about my memoirs in the adult industry and sexuality, which is unpublished. And it was about the 2004 Masturbate-a-thon. And I am so glad I found this because I have vague memories of what happened there. And so to read the essay I wrote right afterwards is like, oh, wow, it was way more wild and entertaining and interesting than I remembered. So I copied it, found the in-progress manuscript of my memoir and pasted it in there so I can make sure to add as much spicy true stories as possible to that one. Okay, any last gratitudes? I missed the Zoom gratitude yesterday noon. I was looking at a house with Lisa. It's like every house we've looked at, I've been like, I could be happy here, but it's just not perfect. And since we're not in a rush, the one yesterday, it was this 5-bedroom, big place. It's kind of run down, but I liked the part of town, except it was next door and behind an elementary school. And we got there at noon, and there's just kids all over the streets. There's people walking their kids home. There's crossing guards. The sounds of kids on the playground. So if the windows are closed, it's fine. The windows open, it's like kids. And I know it's not all day long, and there's summer vacations and stuff. It is like, this would be significant. If there's another place we looked at that we said, it's perfect except for it's right next to the freeway, and there's the white noise of the road all the time, and like that's not ideal for what we're looking for. So, and I think I would prefer the white noise of a freeway to the whistles on the playground and the high-pitched laughter of kids. I mean, kids are awesome, but I don't know. All right. Well, it looks like no one else has got any more gratitude, so I will go to my so grateful for my functioning body. I've done walks for 3 days in a row now, and done some push-ups 3 days in a row now, and little bitty baby steps to not neglecting my body. It's easy to get that, so I'm grateful for the way my body is functioning. I'm grateful for the non-experience of nerve pain. I'm gonna try to bring that into my awareness as often as possible, because if I remember where that was, as that was my constant reality, then not being there, oh wow, life is so beautiful. So beautiful. Well, I am so grateful if you're here, and always open to gratitude if you want to share later. I hope that you are preparing for a beautiful weekend and have wonderful things to look forward to. I'm grateful to start this weekend with you, and with this reminder that we are surrounded by like-minded, open-hearted people. Gerbot says, I enjoy the freeway white noise. It ebbs and flows like the ocean. Now, I grew up where my parents live. They live on a canyon, and the 5 freeway is at the bottom of the canyon. And there's kind of from age 5 to graduate from high school, my home life always had a, so it doesn't bother me like some people. Occasionally trucks and occasionally motorcycles, like, and downshifting trucks will, like, are a little bit jarring, but enough about traffic noise. I'm so grateful that we have these options. So wherever you are, give yourself a big squeeze. Grateful for these bodies we're in. Grateful for the healing happening in our bodies right now, the regeneration, all the neutralizing of invading microbes, all the incredibly diligent and beneficial work happening in your gut right now by the trillions of cells that are not human inside of you. Whoa. How grateful to be living in a body, conscious, and ability to control the muscles of it, and yet really the majority of the cells that we consider within our border of our skin is not us. Whoa, I'm grateful for this wild experience. Grateful that this body allows me to hug and walk and sing and smell and taste. Grateful the ability to be reminded of my fellow love ambassadors on their journeys as we give each other strength. Let's take a deep breath in. On behalf of Grandpa Caleb and all of you beautiful ambassadors of love, thanks for being here today. Happy Friday. I love you. Megan says, starting the day and weekend right. I choose love and hugs over last night's late night talk show host news headlines. Boom! I'm going to take your advice and avoid going to social media right now and just go straight to writing. Thanks, everybody. Happy Friday.